$100,000 challenge,
100,000 what?
100K challenge.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just talked to this dentist that did the 50, what was it, 50,000?
$1,000 challenge.
It's something like that. It was something crazy. They did these little leg races and stuff like that. Each leg had a couple of miles to do.
No, I'm talking about this.
You talking about what?
Talking about money.
Oh,
This.
yeah, that makes sense. Let's see.
This is what it looked like in the platform. So I have to meet these requirements. Minimum 10 days. Can't go down lower than $5,000 per day. Can't go down lower than $10,000 overall. And I have to make $10,000 within the next couple days. I got until April 3rd, April 13th.
Oh, wow.
8%. Once I'm done with this, once I'm finished with this, I'll have the opportunity to do the verification portion.
Uh-huh.
And I'll have to do these same things, but all of this will be the same up here, but I'll only have to make $5,000, and then I'll have 60 days to do it. And then I'll get access to this $100,000 to trade.
That's for an account to trade with?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. And
then I'll be able to take 80% of the profits on this account.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna do it, just keep doing it again and again until I max out.
That sounds like some nice little income right there. Man.
Yep. This is what I was telling you about when we was talking on your birthday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Were you saying you trade with $1 million accounts and stuff like that?
This what I'm trying to scale this account up to $1 million.
So that should be your starting goal, is to maximize your accounts before you even looking to take profit, though, right?
I can still make money while I'm scaling my account.
Okay, that's what's up. All right.
Yep. Okay. So today I want to go over some basic stuff with you.
Okay.
You're gonna be using this app. So open this up.
Which app is that?
Trading View.
Trading View. Okay, hold on. Let me open the trade. Okay.
Yeah, it was drawn up somewhere. Yeah, crazy.
Okay.
So let me know when you got it open.
Okay. I'm just trying to. Okay. Hold on.
So late. It's fine.
I already got trading view opened up.
Okay.
So where the count you looking at right now? What you looking at? What's this? Canada and the Japanese yen?
Yep, CAD, JPY.
CAD, JPY.
Yep. I don't like this one. Let me pick a different one. I could show you on this, but I don't want to show you this one. So let me find something. Not here. Not here.
Damn, that's what's that? That's a 15-minute. That's a 1-day chart you're looking at on that one.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I wonder why it's going to go up and down like that.
it's been kind of crazy lately because of all this stuff going on with
Going with Ukraine and all that stuff.
interest rates, all that kind of stuff. It's just going crazy right now. So, okay, this is cool right here. So, what I'm going to talk about real quick is just how to find support and resistance because I think that's your main. That's one of like the first lessons you need. Okay.
Okay.
And you know, some things to note. Go ahead and open up this. We're gonna do USD Swiss. So USD chip, and the one we're gonna use is this one.
Forex.
Yep. USD CHF.
All right, got it up.
Okay. And you know, these are your time frames.
Yeah.
This is your candle, right?
Yeah.
Anytime you have a question about where your support and resistance is, instead of using the candles, I want you to use the line chart right here. Okay.
Okay.
Just take away all that stuff, right?
All right.
Everything right now. Just everything for now. Okay. All right. All we got is the line chart, right?
All right.
Now, one of the things I want you to notice is where are these little V's, right? Right here, these V's, right?
Uh-huh.
See
The peaks.
Nice, the peaks.
Yeah.
If you can draw a line through and touch as many of those, that's typically where your support or resistance is, right?
Okay.
So if you take away everything on the chart, I can, from here, you can kind of see like all of this is touching pretty much around the same area, right?
Yeah.
These three peaks right here. So I'm gonna draw a line through that. I'm gonna even add in this one because we pretty much got 1, 2, 3, 4 touches right here, right? Would you
Okay.
agree?
I can see that. Yeah.
Okay. If I zoom out just above this, right? I got a knife on this side, a little small one right here, and right here, right? So 1, 2, 3, right? See that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I see that.
All right. Below this, if I start just within this window right here, I got a lot of touches right here, a little one right here, but then I got 2 more here, got some down here, right here, right here. I got the knives coming from both sides, right?
Yeah.
So I could pretty much draw a line through this And this will act as another level, right?
Okay. Let me make sure I'm looking at the same thing you're looking at. Okay. So you starting off with those little 3 peaks that are at the bottom, right? The 3 knife marks.
Right
Stabbing
here.
down.
And then
Yeah.
I'm just looking left from left to right.
So they basically in the same zone, pretty much.
Yep. Basically,
Okay.
same area, right?
Yeah.
Now, I don't really have a lot over here, right?
Uh-huh.
Got some, the first time I got a V up or down is probably right here, right?
Base point there, yeah. Okay.
Right here. Hold on. Let me switch screens right quick.
Okay.
Just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second so you can follow me. All right. So now let me just share the screen again. Okay. So now you can see my circle, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So got our range, right? And so far, okay, we got these 3 levels, right? Now, what's below this? Could we probably get some of these smaller levels off of this just by looking at it right now? Yeah, but we can save those for a different time frame, right? But we just gonna focus on the larger scale, right?
Okay.
So right here, I could add a level right here because over here we got a lot of touches right here, but this is kind of far out of range, right?
What you mean by being far out of range? To my the time frames?
Time frame, yep.
Yeah. Okay.
This is in the last year, right? This is in the last year. We could do that and get this area right here, and we got a level right here, right? Because we got this touch, this touch, this touch, this touch. Then we go over here, and it goes straight through it. But then when we come back, we got these touches, these touches, these touches. This alone can make up this level right here.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
See that?
Uh-huh.
And if you come over here, you
uh-huh.
see it's respecting it all throughout here, right?
This a year chart you're looking at?
This is a daily.
The daily, okay.
Yep. Same thing. I can start over here. You always want to start left to right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I just got this level. Where next do I see a lot of knives, right? I start seeing them back right here.
Yeah.
Right over here, right? And if I keep going, you can see right here, got one here, go through it, come back through it, kind of hold on around here, go through it. Got another little area right here. So I'm going to say this another area of support or resistance, right?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty good, right? Pretty good. I'm going to drop down to the next time frame, right?
Was that 4 hours, right?
That was the daily. The next one, 4 hour, right? I'm not going to label any of these. I just want you to see how to find it first, okay?
Yeah.
Because we can come back and label these all day. We can know they daily and all that kind of stuff, right? Okay. So the goal here is just to see how to spot it, right? So I'm gonna look left to right again, right? Start with the highest point, right? So far,
left side.
I'm just seeing these 2, right? Even with my cursor right now, looking at these 2 levels, which make a clear double top, double high right here.
Yeah.
is lining up with these areas right here. So that's enough touches for me, right? I got these two. I got this touch, this one, and this one. That's all lining up right there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm
Yep.
gonna go lower. I'm gonna start over here on the left, go lower, right? Here's my other knife right here. I got one here and I got one here, but this is pointing to the downside. So I'm gonna focus on that one right here.
Okay. Why would that be your focus though?
It's just that's just kind of a personal preference.
Okay.
That's just a personal.
I mean, but why though? So
well, in this case,
mm-hmm.
if you start in left over here, I have this small little area right here.
Mm-hmm.
Price went through it, came down, pushed back up, came down, pushed back up, came down, pushed up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So obviously something around here in this area is holding it up, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm seeing it push up, down, up, down, up, down. And it's pretty much coming to a level like right in between here, right?
Okay.
On both sides. So I'm gonna say that this is my zone right here.
Okay.
And if I do that, you can see it went up, came through it, went up, came down, went through it, came down, and bounced off of it, pushed all the way back up. Then once it got up here, it came all the way back down and went through it. But look at what happened right here. It tried to come back up to it again.
Yeah.
So obviously this area right here is something important, right?
Okay.
It went down and created another level, hung around here for a little while, came back up, and look where it stopped again.
Yeah.
Look where it stopped again. Look where it stopped again, right here. It traded through it, traded through it. Look where it stopped again. Look where it stopped again, traded through it, came back up, went through it, stopped again here. So this obviously is a key level right here.
So that's a resistance or support?
It's both. It's just a key level because at some points it's resistance. Over here, it became support right here.
Okay.
It's resistance here, resistance here. It tried to hold support right here, it traded through it. It tried to be resistance right here, it traded through it. It acted as resistance. It acted as resistance. It acted as resistance. Acted as resistance. It acted as support here.
Okay.
Acted as resistance and it's acted as support, and then it traded through. So this is just a key level, right? All right. So now this, I would say, I mean, unless you want to get this area right here. So we over here, we made this level right here. This one was already there. Do we see anything lower than this that we need to get to on the time frame we on right now? Maybe we could take this level right here. I'll just do it, just do it. Can get this level right here.
Hey, hold on for a second. Somebody at the door. Hold on.
Yep.
What's up, Cuzzo? All right, I'm back.
Okay. Like I said, we can go ahead and get this little level right here too. And you see it ties into some levels of support and rejection. But so far, for the most part, we got everything accounted for within our current time frame, right? So we're gonna drop down to the 1 hour. Take the same approach, left to right. I don't need to go out this far. right? Because I pretty much got everything for the higher time frame. So I'm gonna just focus on where price is right now. So I'm gonna zoom out, zoom in a little bit, and reduce my area, right?
Uh-huh.
Because we on the hourly. We probably don't need to look for like a week or so back, right?
Okay. And
Starting at
when you say looking a week or so back, you mean dragging the entire screen to cover the dates
yeah. So
of
this
a
is the
week?
23rd. This is the 10th right here. So I'm gonna start with my left to right, right?
All right.
Um, this I'll go ahead and clean this up a little bit, bring this down a little bit, just to line this up with this area. But over here, you can see this area right here, from here to here, that's gonna be another structure for me.
Go back to that. You talking about that first top peak? What's that? On
This
March
peak,
8th?
this peak, and this down arrow, down peak right here. They pretty much line up right here, right?
I'm trying to make sure I'm following. Let me make sure I'm zoomed out enough. So on my screen, how I'm seeing it. Okay, you're looking at March 10th.
March 10th, 9th, and 10th, right
Now,
here. This
all
whole
right.
little area right here. Remember, start left and going
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Okay.
Then this area right here is another area right here that's kind of giving me some little small points of interest, right?
Yeah, I see him. Okay.
I already got a level right here that's close from a higher time frame, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So instead of me drawing a new one, I'm just gonna clean this up and get many of these as I can to touch right here. See how I did that?
Yeah. Okay.
So instead of me actually creating a new level, I just clean up what I already had from the higher time frame, right?
Okay.
And then in this area, we just kind of like just straight up, right? We didn't really have any movement up and down in between here, really. We just
Yeah.
went kind of straight up, right? But
Okay.
once we got up here, we had a bunch of touches right here.
Yeah.
We had this down move right here, right?
Uh-huh.
This kind of line up right here, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll draw a line there. And then I'll get all of these three. 1, 2, 3. That'll pretty much be my little level right here, right?
Okay. Yeah, I see it. Yeah. Okay.
I'll even clean this up a little bit, just slide that up a little bit. So that way we get more of these in, and now we got this little range, right?
Okay.
Over here, this is a higher time frame. I could go up to here or I could go down to here, but in this case, I'm gonna go down to try to line all these up at the bottom right here. 1, 2, 3, these little 3 points right here, right?
Yeah.
So that's gonna be that level, right? Okay, I'm gonna go up. I got this level right here that's really, really standing out, but I don't have a lot of things right here. But once I get past this, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lining up. So guess what? This point lines up with these over here, right here. It broke through, came back, point, point, broke through, broke through, broke through, broke through, point, 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 right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep that as a level, right? Let me put that back where it was. And then again, coming on to this little area, maybe I want to get this, get him.
That shorter peak from that high time frame that you looked at.
See
I
this
mean,
right here?
yeah. Oh, okay. The bottom one.
These two. This makes a little small area of structure right here.
Uh-huh.
Another tip, right? We're gonna keep going. We don't really have nothing over here that's lining up with this. These all lining up together. This all lining up pretty much straight through these two.
Okay.
Then we come to this area. Now, this is a nice little area right here. This deserves a level.
Okay.
We got all these touches in this area, right?
Uh-huh.
And if we keep going across, we have a break, a touch, a knife, a break, right?
Okay, when you mean by break, you talking about breaking through the zone, the level?
Breaking through it. It just
Okay.
breaks straight through it. It broke straight through it right here.
Okay. And that's on that one you got the circle on. That's on going on the downside, right?
Yeah,
and the
this
one
going to the downside.
and the other one broke to the upside. Okay.
This came down to it and reversed.
Mm-hmm.
This came down to it and reversed. This came down to it, went straight through it. And now look where we at right now.
Okay. We about to touch the, well, we are touching.
We are potentially touching through it, right? So really, I'm gonna clean this up just a little bit so all of these line up right here. So really, at this point, your goal is, now that you have all of the price trapped, right, throughout these different levels, is you want to be able to trade the price once it decides that it wants to break out of one of these levels. This is the most simple strategy I'm teaching you right now. Okay. Right? Yeah. So this is the most recent area price level right here. Is this highlighted area right here. Okay. I'm in between the two most recent price levels, right? The high of this range of consolidation is 0.93195. The low of this range is 0.93014, right? Now that I know where my range is, I know that if it's going to go down, it needs to come to this level, right? Mm-hmm. That's the next zone, right?
Oh, it's about the 928, the 0.928, or need to break through it.
If this breaks out to the downside, where's the next zone? Where's the next key level?
The next key level gonna be 93014.
No, if it breaks out of this.
Oh, to the downside or the upside. So if it breaks down to the downside, it would be, what's that, 92.9 or 92.7?
92.7.
92.7, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
If it goes to the upside, where is it gonna go?
933.
933.9, right?
Yeah, 933.9.
Okay. So that's on the 1 hour levels, right? So now we're gonna go to the 15-minute. That's gonna be the last area we look at, right? Okay. We're gonna take the same approach. We don't even have to go back that far on this. We're gonna do the same thing, right? Okay. Let me just slide this over a little bit. Okay. Just slide it over a little bit. That's all looking clean right here. I don't see a lot that needs to be changed. Just maybe slide this down a little bit. Yep. Don't see a lot that need to be changed, but right in here, you see all these touches up here.
Yeah.
So we'll add him. Nothing really down below here. In between here and here, we don't see a lot, right? We don't see nothing down here, right?
No, so in that zone, right?
In between this level and this level, we don't see a lot, right?
No.
So we're gonna leave that alone for now.
Okay.
This level is nothing in between here, right here. But we did get this area annotated. Let's go ahead and clean this one up a little bit, see if we can get a couple more touches in there. And that's pretty much it with that. And then maybe you see these, all these touches right here, instead of drawing a new level, we can bring him down and count for all of these touches right here, right?
Okay.
And that pretty much gives us everywhere price can go to the upside, unless we want to account for this area right here, because we do have some structure right here, right around here, right? We'll clean this up a little bit. So as far as going to the upside, we got a lot of potential areas, right, within here.
Okay.
If it breaks to the downside, we really only got this area to look at, right?
Yeah.
When you have a case like that, that means you need to go back up to the higher time frame and see if it's anything that you could have added, right? So this is
going back one higher time frame. What's that? What it'll be?
1 or 2. You might have to go 3 or 4 sometimes, but when it's a situation like that, that's what you're looking for. So if it breaks to the downside, I don't think that it's going to just go straight here. So I'm going to have to come over in this area right here to see any places that I might have missed that it could come to, right?
And that's looking for a resistance level, right?
Don't worry about support or resistance. Understand key levels first, because once you understand the key levels, you'll see whether it's going to offer you the support or the resistance once you get there. Okay. So I'm looking over here in this area right here, because that's the most recent area of price action between this range, right?
Okay.
I don't see a lot here. I see this down series right here. That's okay. I see price just going straight up and down between these two. So I can't use that. Can use this already accounted for, but maybe this one right here, this point right here. There's another point right here. There's a break right here. There's a point right here, break right here, point right here. So that's going to be the level I look at right here.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
That gives me the most taps and touches right here, right? So now, at least I know if it breaks to the downside from here, I got at least 1, 2 targets to shoot for, right? If it breaks to the upside, I got several targets to pick out right here.
Yeah. Several
targets through that, right? So now, once you got this all done, right? This is, I would say this is done, because you got targets, at least 1 or 2 targets to the upside, 1 or 2 targets to the downside, right?
Yeah.
Now that you and I can agree this is done, we know where our area of structure is right here. This is the most recent high. That's the most recent low. And you want to trap the price in between those 2 points, right? Where is the price? It's in between this high, this low, right? So now we can throw the candles back on.
Okay.
And now you can see everything is boxed in. Everything is boxed in. That's the goal of all of this just now. To find.
Tell me how you highlighted that.
Over here, this shapes, these are all the shapes you can use. And this is just a rectangle. These are all the tools. So you got to go through and get familiar with all the tools and symbols and stuff like that you can use.
Okay, I don't see no rectangle on mine.
Yes, you do.
All right, hold on. Let me see.
That's over here.
Oh, with a brush at.
Yep.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Everything that you need.
All right.
Okay. And so the way you're going to approach this is if it breaks above this, you're going to buy it. If it breaks below this, you're going to sell it.
Okay,
And
hold on. Let me make sure I'm following you on that. If it breaks above, you're going to buy.
You're going to buy.
Okay. And if it breaks below, you're going to
sell. Right?
Okay. I need to understand the logic behind that, because I guess I'm looking at it more of a you should want to sell at a higher price point, right? So I guess I don't understand the logic behind the market.
You can do that. You can approach that, but this is low relative to where price is being. Prices came from this high to this low.
Okay.
And it's found support. So if it's found support and you're near a low, these two lows right here, this low, this is proving that this level is support. So you would want to try to buy here. If you missed that, then you wouldn't have had an opportunity to buy it any other time until it breaks out of this consolidation. Because right now it's just consolidating. You don't know where it's going to go.
That's right. Okay.
At this point, it's still trying to determine the route is about to take next before you get another impulse, right?
Okay.
So one way to approach it is while it's consolidating, I'm not going to do nothing. Just gonna wait.
All right. Okay.
I won't do anything in the trade until I see price break out of this consolidation. Can you buy it in here somewhere along this area, anywhere in here? Absolutely. But because you're not sure whether it's going which direction is going to go in, for you understanding simple logic right now, you trade the breakout of the consolidation.
Okay.
It'll look something similar to this right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
In this case, you're buying low and relative to where price is, right?
Yeah.
Right now, in this area, you just left from a high and you made a low right here, right?
Okay.
And you've been consolidating within this range. If you had a bought once it broke out, you would have been buying around here, right?
Okay.
Your targets would have been these levels that were already there, right? So you would have hit this target, you would have hit this target, you would have hit this target, you would have hit this target. If you stayed in, you would have hit this target. This gives you the concept of buying low, selling high.
Yeah, I see that.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
What happened over here? We left from a high to a low, right?
Yeah.
We didn't really consolidate. We just sold off, right? So we just sold off, right? We didn't really consolidate in these two areas right here. But what about here? What do we do over here?
That was
we sold, right?
Oh, okay. All right.
Over here, right? Now it's the opposite approach. We are at a high, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you want to sell high, right? Mm-hmm. So once we got to this point, it's just sideways. We don't touch it, right?
Yeah.
We ain't got to do nothing. But what happened right here? We broke this low. We broke out of this. So if we had a sold from here, we would have hit this target. We would have hit this target. We would have hit this target. And that's what it means when that concept of buy low, sell high is relative, you know? It's relative to where you are in the market, you know, like what's high, what's low depends on where the market is, right?
Uh-huh.
If I'm at a high and I'm rejecting this high at this moment, this is relatively high, right? So if I saw something set up, I'm going to sell from here, right? This has found support. I know that because it's consolidating near this level at this particular level, right? So in this case, it doesn't go any further, right?
Okay.
And because it doesn't go any further, this is relative low. Price is relatively low in this area. And it consolidates near a key level right here in between these two, this one, this one, right? So if I'm looking at this price from here on around this area is relatively low. And by the time it gets to an area that I can see, okay, all right, it's deciding that it wants to leave this area. So at this point, I can buy it because now price wants to buy from a low to sell at a high over here. It's relative. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I see exactly what you mean.
So now, like I said, as we sit right here where the current price is, we're right here. We would be buying when they break above here. We would be selling when they break below here because this is our most recent consolidation range right here. And until we see it make a decision, price has to make a decision. As it stands right now, it's a battle between buyers and sellers in between this orange box right here. We don't need these no more. This one's gone, right? So we use this area already. And since the ones we used, let's just get rid of those. And for now, this is our only focal point, right? We don't have to think about anything until price decides to leave this area right here. Nothing at all. We can just sit back and relax, right? And while we're waiting for this to leave this area, you know, a lot of times what I'll do when I don't trade this way anymore, I trade a little more advanced. So I would be looking for this right here or this high right here, but you got to understand this stuff first, right? So, but in the meantime, you're waiting for this price, the buyers and sellers to make a decision as to what direction this market is going to go in. And you can use some things to kind of judge where and you know which direction it should go. Like in this case, right? If we look at higher time frames, right, we can see already that it bought right here from this there level. We can see it came down, it bought here, it bought here. And what's it doing right now? It bought, right?
Yeah.
So we can kind of have a bias, right? To say that there's a high probability that it may buy from here, right? But doesn't mean that it's going to. We are not sure, but the probability is high that if it comes to this area, it'll buy. You can even see that it bought right here too. So yeah. This is another area, right? It bought right here too. You know, another time it bought right here. So it's been buying around these two levels for quite some time, right? So it hasn't sold yet, right? It hasn't come here and sold. Sold right here this time, and it sold right here. But after this, since this, it hasn't sold at this level in a while, right?
Yeah. Okay.
We'll assume that this level will be a level that it might want to buy from, right? So if it stays in here and hangs out and it don't break this low, then we can assume that it's going to buy here, right? And that's why you want to wait until it break out, and then you can buy it up to wherever these levels are in between, right? So this will be your first target. This will be your next target. This will be your next target. This will be your next target until it starts to find some resistance, and then it decides that it's going as high as it can go. Okay.
Okay. So that's when you want to start selling off, right?
If that gives you the setup. Yep.
Okay. I see what you're saying. So at a point where it's starting to, where it look like it's getting support and it wants to move back up, that's when you start buying, because it's going to push the price up.
Yep.
And then once it meets the ceiling and start to go back down, that's when you want to sell it off. But you want to wait. Now you want to start selling it off when it reaches a peak, right?
A peak, or you see that you get consolidation.
Consolidation, or it might meet a level of resistance, or you said don't worry about resistance, right?
Yeah, when price finds a level of resistance, that's when you want to look to sell.
Okay, so I think I'm understanding the concept. I guess I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it from a point where, you know, the lingo that you always hear, that I've always heard throughout the course of my life, is that you buy low, sell high. So I guess looking at it live on the screen, I was missing the concept, because
you still are. It's the same thing. You, like I said, is relative to where the price is.
That's right. Okay.
You're still gonna buy low and sell high. Even like you thinking that I'm buying high right now, right?
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But look at where price is, right?
Yeah.
It just left from this high to this low, and it's holding up inside of this little range, right?
Yeah. Okay.
If I buy above this, I'm still buying near the low. Here's the low right here. I'm still buying near the low because I'm still inside of this range. Price came down, made a low, right?
Yeah.
It made the low and then it went sideways, right?
That's right.
That means that near this low, I am attempting to buy it near that low, which is not it is not saying that this is as low as it can go, but at this given juncture in price action right here, I am going to buy once price decides to leave this area, right?
Yeah.
I'm deciding that I am going to buy the low relative to where price is currently.
That's right. Okay.
So it's not so much that it's a wait till it drop down to zero, you know, and buy it, or wait till it's $1 and buy it. It's not something like, you know, it is not completely what you're trying to apply to it. Like you're trying to apply, wait till it get to the lowest it's ever been and then buy it, right?
I guess this way I'm thinking out it, yeah.
But you're thinking, wait till it get as high as it's ever been and then sell it.
Yeah.
That's not the case. This is a live feed, right? Price is always making highs and always making lows. throughout the day, throughout the night, throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year. Price is always making a high, making a low. It's only three places where price can be. It's either making a high, it's making a low, or it's going sideways. Always.
Okay.
Those are the three ways that price can be, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Even in this little junk right here, even in this, if we look at this, it's just crap, right? It's just crap, right? But it's a low, and it went from this high to this low. Once it made this low, it went sideways, right?
Mm-hmm.
It made a new high, a lower high, right?
Mm-hmm.
It went back inside this range. It wasn't ready to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then it left this range again and made a new high, right?
Yeah.
Played around, made another new high.
Mm-hmm.
Tried to make a little sideways range right here. It pushed up, made another high. Then guess what it did? It went sideways all throughout this area, and it made a high. Once it made it high, again, it went back sideways. And then it decided, I'm tired of being this high. I don't like the price being this high. I think that it needs to drop. And that's what it did. Now that it made this new low, price has decided to say, I think I like this area right here.
Yeah.
I think that I like hanging out around here, and I'm gonna hang out over here until I decide to go higher or lower.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. Going back to, let's say, going back to a high time frame, back on that 1 hour that we were looking at. And you said it's all about probability, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, looking at the chart around this area, there was another area of consolidation close to the zone that we was looking at a lower time frame. I mean, on the previous, what's the previous hour? Was it 21st, the previous day? So the odds would be like what? 2-1?
We're not focusing on that.
Not focusing on that? Okay, cool.
Nah. We just know this area held right here on the 21st, and then it bought.
Okay.
That's all we care about. This area held over here on the 11th, same area we at right now. It held and it bought all the way up here. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
So this same area over here has had huge price swings. We had a swing off of the high. This was resistance over here, resistance right here, resistance right here, support over here. And then the support, it held, and then it pushed all the way up here from that area, right?
Uh-huh.
And from when it made this high, there's a level somewhere up here that this decided to react from around this area, right?
Yeah.
Then it rejected it, and we sold all the way down here. It tried to come back up. This looks familiar, right? Because this became support.
Yeah.
Tried to drive back up. This area right here became resistance again.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It rejected, pushed down right here. It came back to this same level that it's already been to 1, 2, 3, 4 times right here and held, right? Then it pushed back up to that same area, right? Then it dropped. It dropped back to another area where it already held at once, and it broke up and push through right here. And this was resistance. So now it's support again right here. It's support here. It's resistance here. And now it's holding a support again over here. It pushes up. It holds this level as support, as resistance. Pushes down. It comes back down to this level, but this time what was support is now nothing. It just trade right through it.
Yep.
It comes down here to another familiar area of support. Right?
Yeah.
And it holds, right? And now it's holding this level that used to be support as resistance, right?
Yeah.
Between here and here. It breaks out of it, trades straight through it. It holds this little area right here in between this high and this low. It breaks out of that, pauses right here, holds this little area right here, support as resistance and support right here, holds this, breaks out of it, comes to this area, holds this as resistance, trades down through it, pushes back up. This holds as resistance, trades down through it. This holds as support, holds as resistance, hold as support, breaks out, hold as resistance, hold as support, breaks out. Same thing, hold as resistance, hold as support, breaks out, holds as resistance, and then this breaks through all of those right here. And then where do we get back to? Old level of support. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We had already established it over here. We reestablished it here. And now we back again. This is the last high that is made, last area of support. This was support, but now it's resistance. So now we stuck in between this area and this area. We're at the low. So if we bought, we would be buying relative to this low. Just like when we sold relative to these highs right here. Till we got down here. So you breaking it down so that you understand that price is always relative to where it is, right? If we sideways, are we sideways? Are we consolidating near a high, or are we consolidating near a low? If we're consolidating near a high, we would likely be looking to sell the high. If we're consolidating near a low, we would likely be looking to buy at the lows, right? Even though sometimes it don't work like that, because if this push down and break below here, we will still sell it too, because we would be selling because that's where the price telling us to go, right?
Yeah.
It is not low as it needs to go. It needs to find another area of support before it decides to go sideways again, right? So that means that relative to where price is right now is not low, right?
Yeah.
Just like if we wanted to say we looking at this area right here, you would be looking for a sell, but it tried to come out of there a couple times, but it broke up to the upside. It wasn't ready to go down. So relative to this high, this area price says, I'm not ready to go down yet. I need to go up a little more, then I can drop for you, right?
Okay.
Sometimes that happens, you know. So it's all relative, you know. And you have to consider that when you're looking at the chart. So that's why I say, while it's inside of here, you just want to be patient. Let it do its thing. Let it decide what it's going to do. You want to see a big candle trade through this, you know. And in reality, you can see another little smaller zone inside of here, right?
Yeah.
If we really wanted to, we could break this little area down, right? We could have said that you see this little up, you see this little up candle, see this down candle. We could have said this area right here. Hold on. We could have broke this down and traded this right here. You see that? We split the little zone, we split the consolidation in half, right?
Yeah.
And once we made this low, right, and we split this in half, here is the price breaking above that right here. See how it broke above?
Yeah.
Let me zoom in some more. Okay, so we had price stop here first, right? It pushed up. That's what gave us the high. It pushed down, then it pushed up. That gave us this area. So now we're starting to see that there's a level here, here, and here, because it respects this level, and this level. And it came back up to each one of those points. Couldn't really trade no further than this. So all of this level and this level we can count, right? We see price come back up to it, it pushed down, doesn't go back down further, right? So now it's showing like, okay, I kind of want to go up because it didn't come back down to this area again, right?
Okay. Yeah, I see. Yeah.
And then we finally see this candle right here break above it, right?
Yeah.
Get in on one of these candles, and guess what? You would have been targeting this area right here, and you would have hit it. You would have hit it, right? You would have at least got this one at this first target, right? And then your next target, you would have been like, all right, do I stay in this trade or do I close it out? I don't know yet, but I have hit this. If I stay in it, I'm gonna be looking for something just like this, where you see a big, strong candle push through this level right here.
Okay.
Wait for the next candle, see if it give you an entry, and then you take the entry. So I am going to, I just recorded this. So I've been recording this. So this is going to be your primary video to watch, right?
Okay.
I saved it on my YouTube channel. So that way you can go back and reference it, right? And so you're going to have to keep this video. I'm going to send you the link. Let's see.
Oh, really?
So this is going to be your, right. So for right now, this is going to be your base right here. I want you to go back and watch this from the beginning to end.
Okay.
Because this is telling you like how to find the levels, what to look for. And I want you to be able to do what I just did on any chart we look at.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I can definitely do that.
Okay.
Appreciate that.